Hi guys, it's Ankita. Welcome to another video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I mostly talk about classics, fantasy fiction, and middle grade books on my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a dark fantasy fiction, For the Wolf by Hannah Whitten. For a very long time, I've been putting off reviewing this book because it's not an easy book to review. I had so many emotions while reading this book. One thing I will say is that I did binge read it. Like, I couldn't put this book down. So it's definitely a page turner. All right, let me tell you what this book is about. It's set in Valida. Now, in the kingdom of Valida, there is this tradition where the first daughter born in the royal family ascends to the throne, and the second daughter is sacrificed to the wolf in the woods. So in Valida, the two sisters, the eldest one is Neve and the younger is named Red. So Neve is to ascend to the throne, whereas Red on her 18th birthday is to be sacrificed to the wolf. So the book begins with Red getting prepared to be sacrificed to the wolf. Now Neve, her sister, is very close to Red, and so they have a really strong sisterly bond. And Neve wants to do everything in her power to make sure that Red does not have to be sacrificed to the wolf. So she suggests that Red run away and she'll find a way to protect her sister. However, sometime in the past, Red and her sister Neve, they ventured into the woods, and at that time, some sort of wood magic took root in Red, okay? So Red has this power inside her which she does not know how to control. And because of that, the power has the potential to be fatal to those around her. So Red, in the back of her mind, is thinking that, oh, if she stays back in Valida, then she might unintentionally harm her sister, her mother, and her loved ones. So she believes that it's for the best that she is sacrificed to the wolf. Now, the reason why the second daughter, and in this case Red, is sacrificed to the wolf is because everyone in the kingdom believes that if the second daughter is sacrificed to the wolf, then the 5 kings that are trapped in the woods will then be released into the world, and they'll come back to their respective kingdoms. Obviously, in the past, a number of daughters have been sacrificed, and that has not come true. But this time, the priestesses and everyone in the kingdom believes that this will come true. That once Red is sacrificed, the kings will be free to come back to their respective kingdoms. So the story begins with Red being sacrificed to the wolf. Red soon finds out that the wolf is not actually a wolf, but it's a man named Aemon. And Aemon happens to have the same kind of power that is within Red. Red doesn't know how to control her power, but Aemon, the wolf, knows perfectly well how to use his powers. And he uses his powers to heal the woods because there's some sort of evil that is taking over the woods, some sort of shadow or darkness that is destroying the woods. Okay, so that is Red's story, that she's sacrificed to the wolf and she meets this man named Aemon, who is the wolf, and yeah, they have similar powers, and one can control it, one cannot control it. And then back in the kingdom of Valida, Neve becomes really upset once her sister is sacrificed. Neve so badly wants her sister to come back home that she makes an alliance with a very corrupt priestess. And so a lot of events start unfolding back in Valida while Red is with the wolf. All right, so that's basically how the story goes. So I'll say there's a lot of romance in this book, and there is also a lot of like political corruption and political happenings in the book as well. And I absolutely loved the ending of the story. There is a little bit of a cliffhanger, so for the story to fully finish, we have to wait for the second book, which I believe will be published in June of 2022, so next year, June. So about 6 months of wait for the next book to come out. But this is like a perfect wintry read. And I say that because there's so much wood magic in this. And like the landscape is wintry, as you can tell from the book cover. I also love the language in this. It's crisp, it's clipped. It's surprisingly really good for a debut author to write such beautiful, atmospheric fantasy. Another thing I loved is the bond between the sisters, how much they love each other. I, for some reason, did not like Red as much as I liked Neve, possibly because of the romance. I just had a very hard time relating to Red. She is a protagonist in romance that I'm not drawn to. She is daring. Having said that, the magic in this book made this romance bearable. You can tell that the story is heavily inspired by the Red Riding Hood and Beauty and the Beast. And I love fairy tales, so that's something that really drew me to this book. And I think the author did a really brilliant job of using those fairy tales as inspiration to write a very strong fantasy fiction. The world is so strong. The magical system is strong and the world is strong in this book. This book started out strong and it ended even stronger. And yeah, I cannot wait to read the next one. I might actually reread this book before I read the next one. So if you think that this is a book that you would like to read, then I would highly recommend you read it during the winters, during this season, and it's cold and crisp outside. Okay, just to give you an idea of how good the language is, I'll read out a section. I'll keep it really short. Roots and vines wound through the rocks at the end of the hall, clusters of moon-colored flowers twisting towards the fathomless twilight sky. There was a tilted beauty to it, the way the keep and the forest dangled together, like one fed the other, a kind of beauty that made Red shiver, wild and feral and frightening. Oh, did I mention that this book actually begins with a quote by Rilke? If you guys don't know, I have become a big Rilke fan this year. I actually made a video of one of his letters in the Letters to a Young Poet, and I will link that somewhere on the top over here. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out Rilke, I highly, highly recommend if you are into literary fiction. All right, let me share this quote with you. It goes, "You run like a herd of luminous deer, and I am dark, I am forest." Also, I absolutely love this cover. I actually love this copy. I loved everything. I loved the binding. I loved the font. I love how each chapter begins with this. Oh wait, there's this design inside. The cover is absolutely stunning, and I like how each chapter begins with this like little wolf on the top. All right, guys, that's my short review of For the Wolf. If you guys have already read the book, do let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Until then, au revoir.